Extraordinary times require extraordinary action. There are no limits to our commitment to the euro. We are determined to use the full potential of our tools within our mandate.
Ich versichere Ihnen.
I reassure you, the government is doing everything that it can to cushion the blows to the economy and, above all, to protect jobs. We can and will do everything that is needed to help our businesses and employees to get through these testing times.
Diese schwere Prüfung zu helfen.
Well, for more on this, Ulrich Leuchtmann joins us now from Frankfurt in Germany. He's the head of FX research at Commerzbank. Welcome back to the program, Ulrich. So we've now got another massive bond buying program from the ECB. Do you think the bank's chief, Christine Lagarde, did the right thing here?
Well, yeah, I think she did the right thing. What we are needing from the central bank now is a lot of liquidity. And it's not only the bond buying, it's also that they are including now commercial papers in their commercial bond buying program that's already on the shelf. And they are easing the collateral rules for banks to make it easier for banks to finance, especially corporate credit. And these are things that are necessary. They will not end the crisis, that's for sure, but they are aimed at calming down some of the nasty side effects. And this is all a central bank can do at the moment, and the ECB is doing it rightfully so, I think.
Now, as we know, the ECB launched a similar program in response to the 2008 financial crisis. In the end, it spent some $3 trillion over the course of 4 years. How does this latest announcement compare with what happened in the previous program?
Well, also the problems that a lot of people, and me including, frankly, saw in that round, in the response of the ECB to the 2008 crisis and to the eurozone debt crisis, was that all this was running too long. Now the ECB has made very clear and very explicit that this program is only limited to the time of the corona crisis. They've at the moment announced that it will run until end of this year. They might continue it if the crisis then is not over, but it's very clearly limited. The ECB is emphasizing the time limit of this one much more fully than in 2008 or later in 2011 or 12, when they were trying to beef up inflation in the eurozone, which did not work, and therefore the program was going on and on. This time is different because this program is so clearly aimed at the economic consequences of this crisis, and the ECB has promised that it's over once the crisis is over.
Now, can I ask you about what the UK is doing now? Because the Bank of England has just announced another surprise rate cut. It slashed lending rates to now 0.1%, but it's also boosted its own quantitative easing measures by some £200 billion. So the program is now worth some $750 billion. Is the Bank of England doing the right thing for the UK economy?
Yeah, I think so. Look, the interest rate cut by the Bank of England probably was the last one. Bank of England has made clear that they are not willing to push interest rates into negative territory. Not because they don't want it to be aggressive, but negative interest rates have side effects. And in normal times, a central bank might be courageous and try out if these side effects are not too harsh. In this time, it's not time to be courageous. This time, they are sticking to more normal instruments, and this is cutting only to zero or very close to zero and then stopping there. Therefore, on the interest rate side, the Bank of England has reached the limits that are possible. And therefore, they have to do what also the ECB is doing and partly also what the Fed is doing. They have to pump liquidity into the market, because the last thing you need in such a situation is a liquidity crisis.
Okay, Ulrich Leuchtmann from Commerzbank in Frankfurt. Thank you so much again for your analysis.